Well, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy you're here with me today. If you subscribe to my channel, I promise to only use subliminal messages for good, like convincing you to eat more pizza and embrace your inner sloth. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And today we're going to be talking about the Arctic Blast BPD, borderline personality disorder. And you may be wondering, what the heck are you talking about? How can you be icy and be a borderline? When someone is a borderline, sometimes people say a lot of the disorder is emotion. And when you think of emotion, you think of warmth, you think of hot, you think of maybe not warm and fuzzy, but it's not, you don't think of ice. When I think of ice, I think of someone who's withdrawn, somebody who's far removed, someone who doesn't communicate with you. But there are some borderlines who fit into this category. You might say that people who have quiet borderline might be more susceptible to this area, or you could also say there are times when a borderline might be icy, quote unquote, due to all of the overwhelming emotions that they feel. Some of you may argue with me. You might want to debate me and say there's no such thing as an icy borderline. You must be talking about a narcissist. So I know I've got a point to prove, and I'm going to do my best to prove it. I know it's difficult to fathom the existence of icy borderlines when they are simply manifestations of emotions. While emotions can be intense and powerful, the idea of them forming rigid boundaries seems implausible. Emotions are fluid and ever-changing, representing the ebb and flow of human experiences. They're not meant to restrict or confine, but rather to connect and communicate. To suggest that emotions can create icy borderlines implies a rigidity and a permanence that contradicts their very essence. Emotions are meant to be felt, expressed, and understood, fostering connection and empathy rather than erecting barriers. Therefore, the notion of icy borderlines stemming from emotions appears dubious at best. I know. BPD can manifest in ways that create a cold and icy environment in the interpersonal interactions. Here are a few simple examples. Number one, emotional withdrawal. Individuals with BPD may withdraw emotionally, becoming distant and detached from their loved ones. This can create a sense of coldness and isolation in relationships. Numero dos, intense mood swings. BPD can cause rapid and intense shifts in emotions. These sudden changes can leave others feeling uncertain and on edge as they struggle to keep up with an unpredictable emotional terrain. Number three, fear of abandonment. The fear of being abandoned is a common trait in BPD. This fear can cause individuals to push others away, creating a sense of emotional distance and detachment. Number four, emotional instability. BPD often involves difficulty regulating emotions, leading to impulsive and intense reactions. This emotional instability can create a volatile and unpredictable environment, leaving others feeling uncertain and cautious. 5. Splitting. Splitting is a defense mechanism commonly seen in BPD where individuals categorize people as all good or all bad. This black and white thinking can lead people to a cold and distant attitude towards those perceived as bad or unworthy. It's important to remember that these examples are generalizations and may not apply to every individual with BPD. We're talking about the cold BPD. So, understanding empathy and effective communication can help navigate the challenges posed by BPD and foster warmer, more fulfilling relationships. In the chilling depths of a quiet room, there's tension. A person with BPD traits and their loved one find themselves locked in a seemingly endless cycle of emotional turmoil. The atmosphere is icy, mirroring the coldness that has enveloped their relationship. The person with BPD traits their emotions on a razor's edge experiences a sudden surge of fear and abandonment. Their mind races with thoughts of rejection and betrayal, fueling their intense desire for reassurance. They reach out to their loved one, desperate for validation and connection. But the loved one, weary and emotionally drained, struggles to navigate the treacherous terrains of the person's unpredictable emotions. They feel trapped in a web of uncertainty, unsure of how to provide the support and understanding that is needed. As the tension builds, the person with BPD traits becomes engulfed in a whirl of conflicting emotions. Their fear morphs into anger, their need for validation turning into a demand for attention. Their words, sharp and cutting, like icy shards, pierce the silence of the room. The loved one, caught in the storm of their partner's emotional turbulence, tries to remain calm. They attempt to validate their feelings, offering words of comfort and understanding, but their efforts seem to only fuel the fire as the person with BPD traits becomes convinced of their loved one's betrayal. The room becomes a battleground, emotions swirling like a blizzard. The person with BPD traits lashes out, their anger escalating. The loved one, overwhelmed by the intensity of the situation, retreats into a cold silence, unsure of how to break free from the icy grip of the interaction. In this suspenseful encounter, the icy dance of BPD traits and emotional instability leaves both individuals feeling lost and disconnected. The outcome hangs in the balance as they navigate the storms of their relationship, hoping to find a path towards understanding and healing. Well, you might be arguing right now and saying, well, Tam, I still don't believe that there could be an icy cold borderline, somebody that's just icy and rigid and rude and withdrawn or attacking or upset, like the example that I shared with you. So for argument's sake, let me share with you what an icy narcissist will look like so that we can compare and contrast the differences. So there are a few terms that are commonly used to describe the type of narcissist who is emotionally cold and attached. An icy cold narcissist is an emotionally unavailable and attached individual who are calculating, controlled, and strategic in their interactions rather than warm or spontaneous as a way to maintain the upper hand and control over people. And so I think they could be more calculated. A lot of people say, well, borderlines aren't manipulating for manipulation's sake. So that would also be a contradiction here if the icy cold narcissist is more calculating in their approach. So terms like covert, vulnerable, inverted, and icy cold narcissists are commonly applied to describe those narcissists who come across as emotionally reserved, detached, or aloof, as opposed to exhibiting overtly grandiose behaviors. So back to the borderline. Let's say you are a borderline and you struggle with being icy and cold at times. While the Arctic Blast BPD or cold demeanor in BPD can be challenging, it can also be harnessed as a powerful tool for healing and personal growth. Here are tricks that individuals with BPD can use. Number 1, self-reflection. Embrace the cold moments as an opportunity for self-reflection. When you find yourself feeling emotionally distant or detached, take a moment to explore the underlying reasons behind this behavior. Ask yourself why you may be feeling the need to protect yourself or distance yourself from others. This self-awareness can help you understand your triggers and patterns and provide insight into your emotional needs. Number 2, boundary setting. Use the quote-unquote cold demeanor to establish healthy boundaries. Recognize that it's okay to prioritize your emotional well-being and protect yourself from potential harm. Practice setting clear boundaries in your relationships and communicate your needs assertively. By doing so, you can create a safe space for yourself and foster healthier connections with others. Number 3, emotional regulation. Utilize the cold moments to develop effective strategies for emotional regulation. When you feel overwhelmed or on the verge of emotional instability, take a step back and engage in self-soothing techniques. This can include mindful practices or engaging in activities that bring you comfort and joy. By learning to regulate your emotions, you can prevent emotional outbursts and find a sense of balance within yourself. And number 4, seek support. Reach out for professional help and support. Therapy, such as dialectical behavioral therapy, or DBT, can provide you with the tools and skills to manage your emotions effectively. A therapist can guide you through the healing process, help you navigate interpersonal relationships better, and assist in developing healthier coping mechanisms. So why not go for it? And just remember, if you have BPD, that healing is a journey and it takes time and patience. Embracing the cold moments as opportunities for growth and self-discovery can empower you to develop healthier and more fulfilling relationships while fostering emotional well-being. So be sure to like this video if you want to see more helpful tips that can help you with BPD. And if you want to learn more about narcissists, check out my book, The Workplace NaRCISSiST. Also, if you're familiar with personality types, like Myers-Briggs Personality Type Indicator, check out my book, From ENFJ with Love, where I discuss every single type. And if you're brokenhearted due to romance or relationship breakups, and you just need a little bit of tender loving care when it comes to relationships, check out my book, Flip the Script on Love. Links will be in the description box, so check those out. They're all on Amazon by Tamara Zyon. Be sure to like this video, get the algorithms going. And I love you guys. Thanks for hanging with me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.